When was the last time you actually sat down and spent real focused time marketing your business? I ask because it's almost always the same answer. I've been busy. But if your phone isn't ringing the way you want, it's because no one knows you exist. Whether you like it or not, a large part of being in business is telling people you exist. My name's Skylar. I run a digital marketing agency that does $200,000 in annual revenue. And most of that comes from helping local service businesses get their marketing right. I'm going to walk you through our first process we use to get our clients more calls. Let me paint you a picture. You've got two businesses doing the same work in the same town. One of them is genuinely better. Better craftsmanship, better customer experience, everything. That's the business most people would choose if they knew it existed. But they don't. The other business, the one that is objectively worse, is showing up everywhere people are already looking. They're at the top of Google, they've got recent reviews, their info is consistent. So when somebody searches lawn care near me, who do they call? Not the better business, not the more skilled business, not even the business that delivers actual results. They call the one they see. This phenomenon in marketing is often labeled visibility. In other words, how easy is it for somebody to see your business online? This is what we focus on first. And there's a few reasons for that. One is that it covers a lot of foundational ground. Often something here is missing or out of date or just flat out wrong. Accounts or websites that were set up years ago haven't been updated, and they can really hurt when it comes to visibility. Number two, quality doesn't matter if no one finds you. Imagine your business as a book. People will judge the cover, but only if it's on the shelf. We aim to get your business on the shelf that is Google results. And three, this is technically doable. It's not rocket science. You've figured out more complicated puzzles in a video game, I promise. Now we know what we're focusing on and why we start here. Let's talk about doing the work. The first thing we want to do is fix our Google business profile. This is one of the most powerful accounts a local service business can have. It's what shows off your reviews, puts you on the map when people search in your area, and it can provide a serious improvement to how many people see your business. Now, this video isn't our step-by-step tutorial on how to make these optimizations, but here is the list of improvements I have found that have the most effect. Number one is choosing your primary category. Number two is adding supporting categories. Three is adding and filling in your services with simple descriptions. Number four is double checking your hours, service area, and business contact information. And number five is adding your website. So these five things are all one-time details you need to add. They shouldn't change very often, if at all. Next, after all of that is set up, we want to move on to things that you can do weekly to further improve your visibility. One, add photos. Two, post a simple weekly update. And three, answer new reviews, good and bad. These are all actions that send signals to Google that you're active. And an active business will be pushed higher in the results. Think of it like the best sellers shelf in a bookstore. Or, if you play video games, the front page of Steam. Next, let's talk about your NAP. This one is much more simple. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. In order to get these right, you just need to make sure that you are using the same name, address, and phone number everywhere it shows up on the web. See, Google uses this information to make sure it can trust you. It cross-references your different accounts, so if you have a bunch of different accounts and they all say something different, Google will take that as bad information, and it can hurt your visibility across all of your accounts. Even tiny mismatches like RD versus Road can have an effect on these results. Now, if everything is the same, Google sees you as a more legitimate business, and it pushes you up the results. You can screenshot this list as a starting point. Now, if you don't have all of those listings, you don't need to go create them right now. That's actually next. So just go over the ones that you do have and fix those naps. Basically, if Google can find it, you want the nap to match. Next on our list is building a basic directory footprint. Similar to your nap, we now want to focus on claiming existing listings or creating them. Less people will see these, but they will help Google verify you're a real business, and it helps place trust in you, giving you that higher ranking in results. So some good listings to claim or create are very similar to those we checked while looking through your NAP. This is Yelp, Bing Places, Apple Maps, a Facebook business page, and a Nextdoor business page. Any other relevant citations like Angie's List or Home Advisor are good, but you'll know those best. These citations are not for lead volume, but for trust signals to boost your Google ranking. This list is enough to create a clean, strong footprint without wasting time on low quality directories, so you don't have to worry about going too far beyond that. Finally, let's talk about your service area. This is the last piece of visibility we'll cover. And yeah, you already know you have to mark this inside your Google business profile, but we want to reinforce this information for Google. What I do with our clients is make sure that their service area is reinforced in two places: Google and their website. This gives Google signals that you actually serve the area you say you do. A couple of steps. Number one is to clean up your Google business service area. You may have already done this, but inside your Google business profile, you want to remove cities you don't realistically serve. You do want to add neighborhoods or towns you actually want, and make sure that the service area matches your real world operations. A lot of business will cast far too wide of a net and end up ranking nowhere and for nothing. That's because Google doesn't know where to place them on a map. Number two, you want to reinforce these areas on your website. Google cross-references your website with your Google business profile. So if your website says one thing and Google says a different thing, visibility drops. With clients, I add a simple service area page. This will basically list the cities you cover. We add mentions of your service area on your homepage, and we'll write the occasional blog post or project page that is tied to real towns. So an example of that would be deck cleaning in Springfield. And finally, number three, you want to make sure your service area makes sense. A lot of local businesses try to chase every possible zip code. But if you don't want the job or won't drive that far, you shouldn't list it. A tight, honest service area ranks far better than a massive inflated one anyways. After all of this, I have seen our clients grow. They start to see double the leads without ads, social media, or anything else, just by fixing their initial visibility. That's why we start here. But visibility is just the first step to marketing your business.